On Trending Tonight, we'll be discussing one story in two parts. So let's quickly tell you what those two parts are. So you all know that the centre has proposed a new anti-pollution law. So that proposal has now come in front of the Supreme Court. The solutions debate is going to take place on Trending Tonight because we've had enough of the blame game. Let's have a solutions related discussion. How to make the proposed law worth the effort. How do we do it? Experts on the show in just a short moment from now are going to offer their suggestions to the government. Can a strong law be a pollution solution, an effective pollution solution? We've discussed the problems more than enough. But then, of course, there are politicians, and that political debate is also going to be right here on Trending Tonight. Centre is going to bring this law to tackle air pollution. Law announcement has in fact come days after the Supreme Court named Justice Lokur. He was a single-member committee to look after stubble burning. Anti-stubble burning law, could this result in a fresh centre versus state war, which has already started, by the way. So these are the two sections on the pollution debate which we feel is extremely significant. Let's quickly introduce our guest this evening. Arunabha Ghosh, founder CEO of the Council of Energy, Environment and Water. Ritwik Datta, environmental lawyer, is with us, and Santosh Harish, fellow at the Centre for Policy Research, is also with us. Thank you very much, gentlemen, on a discussion which is very, very important and serious. Arunabha Ghosh, let me begin with you. It is a CEEW report that I was going through, which tell us the key contributors, right? So let's quickly put up those graphics of the key contributors to Delhi's toxic air. Who exactly contributes how much to Delhi's polluted air? And you will know, and this is information sourced from various sources. So the Safar app says that stubble burning contributed only 19% to Delhi's PM 2.5 concentration. In Punjab, which is the state with the most stubble burning, the air quality is actually moderate. In Delhi, the air quality is very poor to severe. This study also says that transport is the largest contributor of PM 2.5 in Delhi, which is between 18 to 40%, and road dust is the largest contributor of PM10 in Delhi, 36 to 66%. So, Mr. Ghosh, I want to ask you, does this then in a way settle the debate as to who stands where in terms of offering a pollution solution?
Thank you, Sanket, for having me on the show. In terms of settling the debate, firstly, as our report also indicates, that there are wide variations in how pollution concentrations are measured and estimated. But it does settle the debate that the anger that we have with relation to cropped burning every October and November is a temporary anger. It's a temporary concern that we display when air quality is bad all year round. And the factors that are contributing to it are fundamentally associated with what's happening within Delhi and only partially affected by what's happening outside Delhi. So while we have to take action at what is called an airshed level, which includes stubble burning, which also includes power plants located within 200, 300 kilometers radius of Delhi, but we also have to take action much more seriously all year round with much more vigor on transport, on road dust and construction dust, on the disposal of municipal waste. These are things that are polluting the air. So unless we take that action and unless we take a 365-day approach towards air quality, we'll keep having this conversation every October, November and forget it by June.
Correct. Ritwik, I want to come to you now. See, there was an agency called the EPCA. It came up with a lot of recommendations. Many of them were accepted also. Then there's this whole concept of GRAP, which kicks in when there is high pollution. But do you think that the centre is right in saying that this committee is actually outdated, has outlived its utility, and thus there is a strong need to have a strong law?
No, absolutely. I completely, accept, and I've been raising this issue for almost 2 years, that the EPCA model has not worked so far as dealing with pollution is concerned. 1998, EPCA was formed based on the Supreme Court direction with the purpose of improvement in the quality of environment in the NCR region. The 98 to 2020, what you see today is a steady decline, or I would say a decline from a poor quality to hazardous level of air quality. And a large part of it is because of a failure of EPCA to, despite being given all the powers, it has powers to issue direction, it has the power to file complaints, it has the power to file criminal action against defaulters. And if you look at it, in 20 years, it has never filed a single complaint under the provision of Air Act against any violator in the whole of NCR. EPCA today functions only by having representatives from Delhi, whether of civil society groups or of the government. So when you look at it, EPCA serves only the limited purpose of Delhi, and even there, the air does not recognize the territorial boundaries or the district boundaries or the state boundaries. And therefore, I think there is a need. But at the same time, it's important for the central government to understand what went wrong with EPCA, because all throughout it has supported EPCA, increases tenure by six months.
Yeah.
So unless we are able to understand the problems of EPCA, just creating another committee or coming with another law will not problem.
What a fantastic point, Mr. Datta. Do you feel that, the government has learnt from the shortcomings of an EPCA or EPCA?
See,
EPCA, by the way, for those viewers who do not know, is an agency. It's headed by Mr. Bhure Lal. They've done some stellar work in the past, but now they find themselves ill-equipped to deal with this present-day challenge. Mr. Datta, do you think that the government has gone into the reasons why EPCA must be replaced?
I don't think so. I don't think so, for the simple reason that, coming out with a law is a knee-jerk reaction at a time, as Arunabha said, that this needs a whole year action plan. And at this time, when the pollution is at its peak, this is not the time to come out with a new law. This is the time to understand what has gone wrong, look at the past, and maybe come with it after 3 months of discussion. The problem with law, we always say, is law is good, but implementation is poor. My point is that the law will have to take in implementation. So if we have good laws, let us frame laws which are realistic and implementable. And my fear is, in the hurry, because there is so much of social media and public campaign on issue of air pollution, we will come out with a law which again will be unimplementable and will only blame the system and the law for it.
Very important point. Very, very important points being raised by Mr. Datta. Santosh, Harish, I want to come to you. You are a fellow at the Center for Policy Research. Would you agree with this assessment that perhaps in order to get a solution in place, the government is rushing through this law? I mean, I won't call it rushing simply because this has taken its own time coming. But is it the manner in which it will come, is it correct? See, it will be passed on as a reform. This will be presented as a reform.
Look, firstly, thanks, Sanket. Thanks for having me here. Crisis often sort of leads to change, right? And so there's an opportunity here to make some much needed institutional changes, but I fully concur with Ritvik that there is a risk that this legislation ends up being sort of reactionary in nature, very hastily conceived. So while I do think that there are strong arguments for a regional level approach to air quality in the NCR, there are some important challenges in sort of framing this legislation, right? So on the positive side of the ledger, air pollution in India more generally, but especially in the NCR, given the multiple states, it needs a regional approach that sort of crosses administrative boundaries, right? Every year we see this sort of blame game between the states, between the center and the states. So you do need better coordination. And there are clear benefits to tackling air pollution at the NCR level. For example, researchers from Delhi had estimated that 70% of the air pollution within the NCR is attributable to sources inside, while for Delhi that number might be a little lower, something to the order of 30 to 50%. right? And there's also some foundation to build off here. EPCA, as you mentioned, the lessons learned from that, the 2017 Comprehensive Action Plan for the NCR. So there's some things to build off. But there are three main challenges to my mind. One, although you could give a new agency various powers on paper, many factors eventually influence whether that agency is able to or willing to exercise those powers. State-state frictions, center-state frictions, these will not magically go away, right? And EPCA is a fantastic case in point. They had the mandate and the powers to be able to function as this authority since 98, right? But for various reasons, they've not been able to accomplish it. They have not had the resources, not the manpower to discharge them. We should not repeat the same story. So the agency, with this legislation, it should be backed up with resources, with staff, and so forth. Second, the legislation and the agency are not being introduced in a vacuum, right? So they should not be in active conflict with or be incoherent with existing legislation. So what happens to the pollution control boards? How does this legislation work with the Air Act, with the Environment, with the EP Act? And third, tackling air pollution needs different types of policies for different sources, for waste burning, for vehicles, for power plants.
You can't have a comprehensive policy.
Right, and it's not just about having a danda to beat up the polluters, right? It also involves coming up with carefully designed sectoral interventions. And for this to happen, the agency will need representation across states, across civil society, and multi-sectoral expertise.
Okay.
And certainly, they have to have powers to pull up polluters as well as agencies for inaction and be itself accountable.
Okay. Last word to Mr. Ghosh. If you were to suggest to the government 2 or 3 key things very quickly, what would they be in this law?
Number one, the law, like any law, needs to have a preamble that states exactly what it is that it's going to solve for. And here's my proposition. By 2027, when we are an 80-year-old independent nation, 80 cities across India should experience a reduction in air pollution by 80%. Make this the mandate of the law and judge the law's progress year by year against that mandate. Then only we'll know whether the institutions we're setting up or the agencies we're setting up or the laws we are putting in place are actually working or not. Number two, we need, as both Ritvik and Santosh have said, we need to be much more incisive at a sectoral level about how to go about it. Take crop burning, for instance. We see a lot of crop burning happening, but at the same time, we know that there has been a change in cropping pattern to an extent. There is a significant more share of land cropped areas which is now going to basmati, which is whose crop stubble can be used as fodder and need not get burnt, etc. So if there has to be burning, if the farmers have not been given the appropriate implements, etc., then there has to be scientific burning based on wind speed and wind direction patterns, etc. It cannot be an either or. Number three, we have to focus significantly on the real-time enforcement capability within the NCR region and then extend it across the country.
Very well said.
Enforcement capability means boots on the ground. You can't solve for crime.
Yeah, but then how can you do that when your pollution control board is short-staffed? State pollution control boards are short-staffed. It's a huge problem. It needs a holistic approach. But gentlemen, thank you so much for the solutions discussion. We are going to only continue this further to discuss each of these points so that the policy makers, before they rush with the law, know that they have to fix certain things first. Otherwise, this law too shall fail, or there is a very high risk of this failing. Thank you very much to all of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Anil.
Good evening and welcome. The air we are breathing is toxic. It has been toxic around this time of the year. Every year for a very long time. This matter went to court. In fact, it goes to court every year. But this time around, remember, the Supreme Court had asked Justice Madan B. Lokur to look at the stubble burning issue. The central government told the court that no, hang on, we are actually bringing in a law to tackle air pollution. So this is an anti-pollution law, but there is some amount of concern, or many people would say regular political blame game that has begun. Let's quickly take a look at them one by one. Aam Aadmi Party says centre is escaping responsibility on pollution, right? By by saying what they have done in court, they're escaping responsibility on pollution. What does the BJP say? Let's find out. Delhi government has failed to control Delhi's internally generated pollution. You see, stubble burning is only a contributor, not the only contributor to Delhi's pollution. Delhi also generates pollution on its own. So why and that is a sizable share. Why has that not stopped? Now this is also a classic debate that takes place continuously. And then there is a third party, the Congress party, which is in power in Punjab, where the stubble burning is a huge issue and always a point of conflict. No law can be effective if farmers do not get incentives to stop burning stubble. This is the position of the Congress party. Again, they've been saying this all this while. So when the central government does bring in an ordinance or a new law, anti-pollution law, will these concerns be addressed? Because otherwise, you will have a blame game all over again. Let's quickly start the debate. We've got Aman Pawar of the Congress party, Rajan Tiwari, Vice President, Delhi BJP, and we also have Atishi Marlena. Atishi, thank you so much, of the Aam Aadmi Party, also with us. Atishi, let's begin with you. You know, this all crucial question, I'm sure you must be a pro at answering this, because this debate is classic. It's also seasonal. It happens around this time of the year. But there is a very important and crucial point that is raised, that while Atishi Marlena's party does talk about stubble burning as a major pollutant, what stops your party from acting against homegrown pollution, pollution in Delhi, which has a lion's share?
Sanket, I think that, as you said, that we have discussed this issue more than once. In fact, on your show itself, I have said this several times, and I will say it once again. We need to be very clear that there are two sources of pollution within Delhi. Pollutants that are coming from within Delhi and pollutants that are coming from outside Delhi. Now, for the pollutants that are coming from inside Delhi, this pollution is there the whole year round. And yes, of course, it needs to be decreased. But the good thing is that the work on that has begun. And last year itself, Center for Science and Environment released its report saying that the previous 3 years had seen a 25% reduction in pollution. Is 25% enough? No, it is not. But is it a start? Yes, it definitely is. Delhi is the only state, you know that, when year on year EPCA says that we are going to ban diesel generators, all our neighboring states says, no, you can't do that because we don't have proper electricity supply. But Delhi is the only state where more than 4 lakh diesel generators have gone out of use. Plantations have been done on a very vast scale. Central government and Delhi government in collaboration with each other have made the eastern-western peripheral, which has ensured that there is no pollution within Delhi. It's the only state with no thermal power plants. So Delhi is doing its bit. The question is that every time you said this is a seasonal debate, this is the season. Why? Why does pollution rise so much? Because this is when stubble burning happens. And every year, both the ruling parties in Haryana and Punjab at the center keep trying to evade the issue as to why is it that they are not taking action on stubble burning. Yes, Delhi is working on the pollution that is happening, but what are you doing? Why has there not been an inch of progress on stubble burning? We are saying we have made 25% progress. You tell me 5%, 10%, not just stubble burning. In NCR, there are 11 highly polluting thermal power plants outside of Delhi, which are contributing to the pollution. What about them? Delhi has closed down its Badarpur power plant. On the 2 power plants, the thermal power plants that were there in Delhi, in Indraprastha and Badarpur. What are the other states doing?
No, I just wanted to know very quickly, Aman Pawar as well as Mr. Tiwari, we'll take a quick response from you and also your opening comments. Aman, you go first, because you know the point of contention over here is Punjab stubble burning, which has seen a meteoric rise this time around. But Punjab does not suffer because of this stubble burning. And the argument is that most of this flows towards Delhi and causes the pollution.
Yeah, that is the
Sanket, firstly.
Yeah. One moment. Aman first, and then I'll come to you, Mr. Tiwari.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll come to you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sanket, firstly, stubble burning, correct. Yes, it is happening at this point of the year. But when in January, February, when there is no stubble burning, that time.
Aman, but what about today? Please tell me, what have you done about stubble burning?
Can you please let me speak?
Why she has to
Can you let me speak, madam? I did.
Then
But
Oh, okay,
please
okay.
speak about stubble burning.
Okay,
Stop
one by
evading
one.
as you have been doing for years.
Can I speak?
Atishi, one moment. Let him complete. I'll give you a
Can she
right
calm
to
down? I know
Let
that
him
she has
please
not done
say
anything while
something
she's
on
in
stubble
government.
burning.
Sanket, this is no way to conduct a debate. Tell her to be a little civilized.
No,
All
please,
right.
please respond.
So as far as stubble burning is concerned, they must answer when in January, February there is no stubble burning. How come the AQI of Delhi is still
Sanket, you have to ask them
par
to answer on
1000?
stubble burning.
Meters are not able to record it. Secondly, Sanket, the question here is that is Delhi suffering because of stubble burning which is happening outside Delhi, or is it suffering because of internal factors? Now there are two reports, one of the Environment Ministry and one of IIT Kanpur, which says that more than 60% of contributors in Delhi for pollution is vehicular pollution and construction. What have you done with respect to vehicular pollution?
I agree with
Let
him.
me tell
He's
you
right on that.
that compared to 2013 when the Congress government was in power, today you have...
Aman, are you not
Sure,
intending
sure.
to discuss
One moment,
stubble
Atishi,
burning?
one moment.
Are you
Flying
once
on the
again
street.
going to
Can
evade
you
that
not-
issue? And like year on year,
Raghav.
at least we have made 20.
Yeah,
we have made
one moment.
progress.
Rajan-
We have
Rajan-
reduced Delhi
Rajan
pollution
Tiwari.
by 25%.
Rajan Tiwari,
Please
see, before
tell
we
me
get
what
into
you have
this
done on
blame game,
stubble burning.
let's reserve some for when the ordinance comes. But Rajan Tiwari, I want to come to you. Mr.
Yeah.
Tiwari, can you hear me?
See, he
Yeah.
has, I'm hearing you. Yeah, he has rightly pointed out that our party is only for blame game, and he's right that only 5% of the pollution in
Sir,
Delhi
what
constitutes
have
of
you
this
done about stubble burning? Please answer
what
on
we
that.
have to do? You are in Delhi government. You have to decide.
Please
and do
tell
something
me what
about
you have
it.
done about
Your
stubble
chief
burning
minister,
in Haryana and
your
Punjab.
chief minister
After
has
the
been
inform us of that. That is
Okay,
what
one
the
moment.
people
You know,
of Delhi
let me
have
finish.
to do.
One
Let me
moment.
finish.
I have
Let me just
a
just
solution
need to
over here.
understand why. I just need to understand why
Sanket,
there's
tell
PM
Atishi to
on
stop
3 counts been
interrupting
reprimanded
others
by
so that
Supreme
we can have a
Court.
Mr.
civilized
Tiwari-
for their-
They are not
Yeah,
a civilized
sorry.
party, but we can at least have a
No,
civilized debate on your chat.
one moment, please. Mr. Tiwari, my question to you,
Yeah.
what should be the broad contours of this new anti-pollution law? Don't you think that if the government, which has committed in the Supreme Court that it will be bringing this law soon by way of ordinance, there's no other way of bringing the law so soon.
definitely. Yeah, right.
Then in that case, would you want to build consensus first, political consensus? Because you're talking about an anti-pollution law for Delhi NCR.
Obviously, all the people, all the government will be taken into account, and we have to go in for a law because this menace has not been able to control. No government has been able to control this thing. Every time, so every year around this time, we go to Supreme Court, people file an PIL, etc., and we go to the court. And everyone has this same issue that now how to tackle with this fog issue or from the stubble burning. But Delhi is not only dealing with or suffering from the stubble burning. I just need to understand and ask what concrete steps they have taken. See, initially, they went thrice, they have gone to the court. And Supreme Court has reprimanded their chief minister. And they
Sanket,
asked where
the
the
question
clock
is
tower.
not stubble burning.
Very
The
quickly,
question is
Aman
what is
Pawar,
Delhi
and then
doing
I'll
within
go
its
back to
territory?
Why
Atishi.
they have to disturb in between? Let me just finish and then they can raise
Yeah,
their
I
own
have
point.
limited time.
See.
This is a short duration discussion, so quickly.
I know,
yeah.
I can understand that. See, and then there were around 2 crore plants to be planted. And then there were 1,000 buses to be brought in, e-buses to be brought in, so that regular pollution can be
Fair enough. That's a
curbed.
valid point.
But
The
these
BJP
things,
has
these
raised
things
that
have
on a
not
number
been
of
done.
occasions.
But they are only harping about this pollution which is coming from other states.
Okay.
Sanket,
I just want-
Okay. One by one.
But,
Let's see.
but now the center has taken up-
what we have discussed in
but now the
history
center-
is
let me
history.
just finish.
Right
Just
now,
one
the
minute.
government has said it's
When
about to get a new
government
law.
has taken a
Atishi
proactive
Marlena,
approach
one by one.
going to the court and stating that yes, they'll come with the law.
Mr.
and
Tiwari,
they'll
one
take
by
all
one.
the-
A solutions-oriented debate, especially from political leaders. Atishi, let's begin with you. I have very limited time. 1 minute each to you as well as Mr. Pawar. What do you think should be there, the immediate 2 or 3 quick things that the government should put into this law to fix pollution?
See, I think first and foremost, there has to be a complete ban on stubble burning because that is what increases the pollution at this time of year. I would request my colleagues to look at the stats. Source apportionment is not a static phenomenon. At this point of time, almost 50% or more pollution is coming from stubble burning. Please check
Okay.
your facts.
Okay.
That's
Number 2,
factually incorrect.
when stubble burning,
No,
when
no,
stubble
she's wrong on
burning
that account.
if
She's
stubble
wrong.
burning
Her
has to be
facts are
stopped,
correct.
if
Only
stubble
5%
burning has to
Delhi
be
government
stopped,
Okay, no,
has
one
done
moment,
You need to
please.
understand that.
You have not bought a single
Then
bus in
incentives-
Delhi in last 6 years. You have
then
not bought a
incentives,
single bus
Mr.
in Delhi.
Mr. Aman
That's your
Pawar,
track
I thought you
record.
thought it was uncivilized to
No, no.
speak
Okay,
when someone
okay,
else was
okay,
speaking.
okay.
You were just pointing
Okay.
that out. But secondly, most importantly, incentives
I
have
must
to be
tell you
given
that
to
you should not
farmers
lie on national
if
television.
stubble burning has to be stopped.
Fine.